Hi guys, welcome to GameTalk. Today Groningen against Ajax. We lost 1-0, and today I'm going to discuss it with Ajax.
Hi guys.
Hi Ajax. Before we started the game, I saw your tweet. You were very upset, and we also saw the game together. If people could see us live, they would think something is happening, like you're breaking up stuff and stuff like that. You were very angry from the beginning, from the start, and it didn't get any better with you. So I'm going to leave it up to you to explain to me how you saw the game, and just share with us your opinion.
I'm still fuming, man. I'm so fed up with the decisions of Ten Hag. He's making certain choices that just screw us up. And it is not because Groningen was playing that terrific. They did a good job for the quality they have. But we should be winning these matches with the surplus of value we have easily. But if he keeps making those stupid mistakes of playing players out of position, and what is even worse, playing a certain tactic that does not suit the players that he puts on certain positions, it's just stupid. He screws us over. And I'm going to try and explain it. And I'm trying to be not angry about it. So here we go. You play Promes on the 10 position. He's a winger. He's not played well at the 10 position last games. And you saw today he was horrible. He says Tadic, his best position is the left winger position. I disagree. Tadic is best at false 9 position. He has less speed necessary in this position, and he can hold the ball and make the combination play better. Okay, those are already two decisions I do not agree with. Then he plays Alvarez again on the midfield. It has not been a success. I know Kudus is injured. I know he has to put someone there, but he has Martinez on the bench. Why not play Martinez together with Gravenberg? I know there are two lefties, but it doesn't matter. It's better than somebody who does not have the recovery speed, and he's so slow with his passing and distributing the ball. It just slows up the play heavily. Those are already three positions that I do not agree with. Then you have Labyad in the center spot as a false 9. What do you do when you play with a false 9? Tell me, what is supposed to happen if you play with a false 9 instead of a target man like Huntelaar or Traoré? How are you supposed to play with that?
You're supposed to basically come out of the position, hold the ball, link up with the number 10 or maybe the wingers.
Exactly.
Be a bit more dynamic.
Exactly. What happened? Promes is small. Labyad is small. What happened the first half? What did we see? Only crosses coming into the box. They did not try to play any combination football. So you choose for somebody like Tadic to go to the winger position who can actually hold the ball a bit, who is more of a presence also for crosses to actually maybe make a little bit of a difference. You play with Labyad and with a small player behind him like Promes. And then you start playing crosses from the left side and from the right side continuously. Crosses, crosses, crosses. With no length in the 16-yard box to head it or to hold the ball. If you play with Labyad as a false 9 and with Promes as a 10, you should play combination football. So eriktenhag does not only screw up as a coach making bad decisions, playing players out of position, he also plays the wrong tactics. Because if you try playing crosses like he did the first half and a majority of the second half they tried crosses also, then you can rather play with Traoré or a Huntelaar because they are more of a target man.
Yeah,
I'm just baffled. And my opinion, we lost this game because of Ten Hag's failure as a coach. We did not play terrific with the players in the field, but why is this happening?
Are we being a bit? Of course. We're talking about Ajax standpoint, and we have been very critical the last couple of weeks. Although we were winning games, and although we had a really good series of run, but we already have been seeing some deficiencies. As you mentioned. But are we not taking away also that Groningen put up a good game against Ajax today?
It's like I think Van Gaal said it sometimes in Dutch, like way back. Are you as good or are we just bad? It's always the one has to do with the other.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is just failure from Ten Hag's side. If he keeps playing with players in the wrong positions with not good coaching, we're gonna lose these kind of games. He should be able to turn things around and make logical choices for the matches. And it's not only today. It's not like I'm critical now, or that Papimento or Sachbi is critical, or you.
Yeah.
We have been saying this for weeks. And people were saying online, and I understand, because we are all fans too.
Yeah.
They were saying, you guys are a little bit harsh, blah, blah, blah. We got red cards. That doesn't matter. You can still be critical and see already wrong decisions also when you win matches. And we have not been saying this today for the first time. I have been saying this for like the beginning of the season already. He makes the same kind of mistakes. He's stubborn as a mule. Every time he just puts up Labyad again at the striker position, we can see he's not performing well there. Every time he plays Alvarez again, now all of a sudden he thinks Tadic's best spot is left winger position. It isn't.
Can I just say one thing? Just a couple of things.
Yes.
Do you think Ten Hag is also thinking, look, I have to give these lads a little bit of time to adapt to this new position. I cannot just put them in for 2 games, and if they don't perform, I'll take them out immediately. I'm not trying to defend people like Labyad or Alvarez, but maybe Ten Hag is thinking, if they play a series of games, the team will get used to them, they will get used to their new position, and things will start getting better.
Things will start getting maybe a little bit more than average.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm trying to understand also how Ten Hag thinks. And apart from that, we're not saying today, just to be clear, we're not saying that the loss today was because of Alvarez or because of Labyad.
No.
We're saying that, or if I understand you correctly, you're saying we lost because there's so many players out of position, not playing in their natural position, that you see it in the gameplay. Yeah. And because of that, we're not able to perform.
And it's not only that. It's not only playing players out of position. What is up with the tactics?
Okay.
The players do not decide the tactics. The coaching staff and mainly Ten Hag is responsible for how the team is going into the game. You play with a false 9 who is not even 180. What is his length? 172, 175? Promes is also small. The only thing we saw the whole first half was spamming crossballs the whole time.
But that's also because Groningen forced them to do that, because they were shutting down the middle.
It doesn't matter. You have to try and play combination football, or as a coach, you have to switch it around. How could they have switched it around? I tell you, you could have played Promes on the winger position if you see that it doesn't work. You put Labyad as a 10 and you put Tadic as a false 9. Yeah. You can switch it around because they are their natural positions. So even if you do not want to switch or substitute that early in the game, you should have a little bit of technical ability to switch it around within the game.
All right. So we know that you didn't agree with the starting 11. In the second half, Ten Hag actually, for a change, he started substituting very early.
Exactly.
What do you think of the substitutes?
I think the substitutes were better than the starting player, of course. But I think the substitutes were weird.
Did you understand Antony being substituted for Neres?
Why does he always substitute Neres for Antony? In my opinion, Promes was having a way worse match than Antony did. And you could have easily took out Promes of the game and put Neres in that position, or at least in the field. And that sort of things I just do not understand, because Antony was not that great, but he was definitely not more horrible than Promes was playing. So why he makes those decisions, I do not know. And to answer your earlier question, I did try many times to think, how would Ten Hag be thinking? What is going on in his head? But honestly, I'm just giving up on that, because I cannot understand this guy. The decisions weeks ago, decisions now, he keeps making weird decisions, and I cannot really not understand what his thoughts are behind that. Because in my opinion, and I think many other fans and people who love Ajax see that certain players can perform better on certain positions, but he keeps making the same decisions. He's just stubborn.
Maybe he doesn't also see any other option for the midfield position, which frankly has been an issue for Ajax since Frankie and Lasse Schöne left.
I agree.
And we struggled with it last year. But last year he tried Blind. He tried Alvarez. And then he came back to Martinez. But all of a sudden, Martinez is no longer an option for him on the midfield for some reason.
Do you understand this?
I don't know. Maybe he had a talk. I don't know. Maybe he had a talk with Martinez, and he said to Martinez, you know what? I want you to focus on these 2 positions, the backline positions. And I don't want you on the midfield anymore. Maybe he wants to keep things more simple. We don't know. Maybe also this is the reason why they're trying to get Klaassen. Maybe Klaassen could be a missing link for this team.
It's lots of maybes, man. The only thing I'm saying is it's not logical to play certain players in the position he does. And for me, I understand he plays Alvarez because he thinks he brings balance, but he is so slow in his combination play and continuing the play when he receives the ball. he just is not cut out to play in the Ajax midfield. Everybody sees it, but except Ten Hag. He doesn't see it. Martinez would have played much better on the position today than Alvarez could bring. But still, why doesn't he play him? I don't know.
The surplus of Alvarez in the midfield is purely defensive.
Yeah.
Purely.
And even that, he's not doing great. He still makes some mistakes. He had a good last ditch effort at the box.
Yeah.
So that was great. He had a few headers. I'm not saying he played terrible, and I do not hate the guy. I just think we have better options.
Yeah. So what do you make out of the performance of Timber today?
I think he played pretty well. Together with Mazraoui and Graafberg, he was the main contender for the man of the match today, because still, even with the loss, I have to give somebody the man of the match.
Of course.
So I think he played terrific. He was a good presence and good match with Blind. And I think he has a lot of potential for the future. So I'm very happy with his performance. And I think he did pretty well.
So how do we move on from here? What do you suggest? Because we're going now into international break.
Yeah.
So maybe it's also a good thing. Maybe Ten Hag can start looking back and thinking, you know what, this is not working. And maybe this loss might, trigger him to make the good decisions going forward.
I made a joke during the match. We said Ten Hag never had a plan B. And I said, he is now creating such a bad plan A that everything he does is like a good plan B, So he just needs to think and make logical choices. Stop playing wingers at the 10 position. Play a natural 10, even Ekkelenkamp, or play Tadic at 10. Stop playing with Promes at 10. Don't play Labyad at the striker position anymore. Leave him on the bench, use him when it's necessary from the bench. Mm-hmm. Stop playing Alvarez in the midfield. Those 3 decisions are already huge. You will see that if you put 3 players that can perform better at their natural positions, it will make a huge difference within the team.
Yeah.
If you have 3 positions not working out at least each game, it makes a huge difference in the result and in the link-up play.
Yeah.
So start with this.
Okay.
And also make use of your substitutes. He did it today, but it was more of a forced decision. He needed to force some stuff, He needed to change it around. Yeah. So this is the main thing I'm concerned about. And kudos to Groningen. They did well. Their tactics were great, and they got the 3 points. So I'm not going to be negative about their result and their performance. They did well. But I think if Ajax made just logical choices from the beginning and played with a different style, different players in the formation, but also, very important, different tactics, not only spamming crosses with people that cannot handle it, it would have been a totally different match.
All right.
So for me, Ten Hag is the one who blamed it for us today. All right. And is to blame.
Yeah. So moving forward, in 2 weeks' time, we start again with the Eredivisie, and then Champions League is waiting for us.
Yes.
And the first game is Liverpool.
Yeah.
So we got really some improving to do.
If we play like this, it's a solid win for Ajax, man.
No, come on.
No, it's terrible. Yeah. So we have some miles to make up the coming weeks. We have some. We have some talking to do within the squad, and there have to be some decisions to play other players, because even Ten Hag must see now that there is something wrong with his formation at the moment. So
well, that's what we're hoping for.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm going to try and relax a bit now, because you could see it. Pretty mad about.
Well, we're not happy, of course, and it's a shame,
Yeah.
I mean, we shouldn't have lost this game, but thanks again.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hey there, thanks for watching. A thumbs up if you enjoyed that video. Subscribe so we can bring you more awesome content. Do it.